Hello everyone, and I hope you're having a good December. I am having a marvelous December, and I can feel the winter surrounding and protecting and guiding us, and being an ally and a friend to us. And I hope that you are resting in the deep during this time. I have selected something to read from Honey Collections, and I wanted to speak to symbols tonight, and the different symbols that are in our lives and the symbols that we can follow. And sometimes the symbols happen in dreams, and sometimes the symbols will come to us as a gift, or even on a card that comes in the mail, or an invitation through our email. And it's interesting just to notice, like, what are the symbols that are coming to us. And one of the things that my father taught me is he taught me to follow the symbols, and that the symbols have something that they want to show us, or how they want to lead or guide us. And they always want to lead us somewhere that is authentic. Mm. And so, how can I be led? How can I be guided to something authentic through the symbols that I'm being shown? And so this piece is called Raw Honey, and it's from Honey Collections, the book Honey Collections, which just came out this year. It's called Raw Honey. It still has the life in it, futility broken. On its blonde threads, bringers of yellow and black, freely silting through the deep container well of wisdom, speak the golden day words. And the light mastery, sticky dark on your mouth, speak dark purple truth in daylight. Yellow lemon sun makes beauty on your shadow, day, night, shadow, light. Balance a little instead. Not all good, not all good, and not all hearts contain. That wisdom curls in. I am great and nothing at the same time. Iridescent black wings stretch out over your face. Silver eyes marked with yellow pollen. Silver eyes marked with yellow pollen, marked with sister hallows, crying out in the hummingbird, electric blue air, electric blue air. The soul siren makes baskets, mud weavings, bird night, blankets from resources of sun and fine green moss. Taste the tongue of leaf, the cool moisture, earth black wings stretch over the sun. Didn't you miss it for a moment? Didn't you remember to love what you were given? When I took it back, when I broke the demon's back, when I hurt you, I intended you to heal. Don't you remember the sun? Can't you taste the delicious tear salts running over like honey? Open, die, surrender. Listen to your heart in the dark. Listen to your heart in the dark. Didn't you remember to love what you were given? Don't you remember the sun? Can't you taste the delicious tear salts running over like honey? Open, die, surrender. Listen to your heart in the dark. And so, are we listening to our hearts? I think about the tear salts, the tear salts that are running down the sweet and delicious tear salts, and to listen. What does it mean to listen to our heart in the darkness? And I think that's what the winter is asking of us, for us to listen to our hearts, no matter what it's like, no matter what time we're in, no matter what our lives are like, no matter what's happening in the world, we can listen to our hearts in the darkness. And we all have our own demons to wrestle. Everybody has their own thoughts and demons. And ideas to wrestle, and we also have our angels that, and sometimes we have to wrestle our angels too. um, but everyone has these aspects, these blessings, these um, this path, you know. So we're each given this path, and we're each given symbols along that path. And then, in order to follow those symbols, we have to wrestle our demons, and we have to listen to our angels, or maybe we have to do, wrestle the angels and, listen to the demons. And then we have to, wrestle the demons and talk to the angels. And but what's important is to recognize that we all have both of those things, and that we're not supposed to get rid of parts of ourselves. What we need to do is we need to be following what the universe and what the mystery is trying to tell us and trying to show us. And sometimes the mystery will show us through sending us a dream. Sometimes the mystery will show us by, oh, every single day this last month, I've seen a hummingbird. And that hummingbird is telling me something important. Or I've really been noticing that pine tree, and that pine tree is a messenger, or it's telling me that I need to send down some roots, or it's telling me to stay in place, or it's guiding me somehow. And are there more pine trees? And are the pine trees showing up in my dream, in my night dreams? And are the pine trees showing up on images of cards that people are sending me, or those invitations that people are sending me? Where is the pine tree showing up? And if I can follow those symbols and those images, then I can, say, oh, I'm going to actually take the invitation. It has a pine tree on it. Or, if it's not a pine tree, maybe it's something else. Maybe I have a symbol of the rabbit. Maybe the rabbit is showing up a lot for me. And then I would look for, well, that invitation has rabbits on it. Or maybe the invitation has a swan, and that will tell me that I need to follow that symbol. So the symbols that are showing up the most frequently are often directing us toward healing. And the way that we can tell is we can tell because the symbols are neutral, and we know to follow them because they are neutral or they are positive. Now, people have different ideas about what neutral and positive are. Like I was talking about our angels and our demons here just a minute ago, but I think that what's essential to recollect about ourselves is that we're so multifaceted. There's so many different arenas and so many different aspects of our natures. And so the key is, how do we befriend ourselves? How do we accept ourselves? But also, how do we notice the symbols that are giving us that feeling of being in the right place? And that's what we want, is we want to know that we are in the right place. We want to touch base, those roots, as I was speaking of about the pine tree roots. We want to touch base, and we want to know that we're in the right place. And that's what symbols can do for us. And it was really beautiful. My partner and I had some really beautiful sightings of osprey this last week, and the osprey kept coming, and they were flying, and they were singing, and they were giving us these just beautiful symphonic concertos that were just incredible, and with their whistles and their speaking, and they were building their nests. And so those are really clear images: the singing, the songs, the speaking to one another, the flying together in the nest. And so I hope that you are able to fly together in your community, and that you are able to find your nest or build your nest with your loved ones. And I look forward to speaking with you next week.